Hey everyone, it's Kato, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be sharing my entire Nintendo Switch collection. I'm going to show you the systems that I have, the games that I have, the accessories, all the things, and I may or may not have quite a few things to show, so I'm not going to waste too much of your time. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So it obviously wouldn't be a Switch collection video without the Nintendo Switch itself. And this is my original Switch, kind of. The actual system itself is the original. This is a day one Switch. I went to GameStop, got it in March of whatever year that was, 2017, I think, something like that. And I grabbed the original system. I keep a case on this one, this cute little teddy bear case. Number one, because it's adorable. Number two, because this system is an original Switch, it has seen better days, and the back of it is just, I think it's overheated, honestly, and you can see like all of my fingerprints and everything. The fan in this one is actually broken, so whenever I use it, it makes a ton of noise and it's really obnoxious. I do not like using this Switch, and as you can tell from the thumbnail, I do have multiple Switches that we're going to be talking about today. So this one does not get a lot of use, but it was my original one, and I can't part with it. Now I do have some different Joy-Con on there. You can't really see them. You can kind of see the color peeking through. This is the pastel pink and yellow set of Joy-Con, one of my favorite sets that I have. I've got a few sets of Joy-Con, and I love the pastel ones. Are just so adorable. I wish they would do more pastel things. An entire pastel system is a dream, but that is my first Switch, my introduction to my favorite console of all time, actually, is the Switch. So I love this one, could never part with it. So I figure it makes sense to go in chronological order of when I obtained each Switch. This one is a little different because I got this Switch second. This was my Switch Lite, the first and only light that I've ever had. It is the gray version. And sorry if y'all can see the reflection of everything in these. Don't mind my Cheez-Its, you can see through the reflection. Okay. But this one I actually gave to my son. This is the Switch that he uses. I wanted him to have a Switch Lite before having an actual Switch. So this is the one that he uses. He loves it. He has tiny hands. He's only 6 years old. So this is the one he has. And that's what it looks like. It's dirty. It has this case on it, but a 6-year-old uses it. So highly recommend this case, by the way, if you do have kids and they have a Switch Lite, because this thing, I could throw this Switch anywhere and nothing happens to the Switch. So that is the Switch Lite. Now, those were the two Switches that I had prior to making any kind of content. I started my channel back in 2020 when Animal Crossing New Horizons came out. It released in March of 2020, and then I started making videos in June of 2020. And, you know, I've always enjoyed collecting, and I like all of the different variations of systems that Nintendo puts out, so I'm using that as a validation for how many Switches I have. But on top of that, as someone who was strictly making Animal Crossing content, if you don't know, you can only have one Animal Crossing island per Switch. So, you know, I wanted another island, right? To make more videos, to make more content. So I had to get the Animal Crossing Special Edition Switch. You can kind of see little Animal Crossing designs on the back. This one's kind of got the fingerprint thing going on too. I should probably just put them all in cases. And then it's got the blue, kind of like the blue and then mint green Joy-Con. I think it's so adorable. I've just got these little bear thumb grips on there. I think this Switch is so cute. Absolutely obsessed with it. My favorite special edition that they've put out for sure. And, you know, I have justification for each one and why I can't get rid of it. The one that was my first one, and then we got this one. I've got some more to show you. So let's get into the next one. As a Switch lover, I absolutely adore the Switch and everything about it. When they announced the Switch OLED, I knew that I had to have one. I wasn't even going to try to trick myself into saying that I didn't need another one. I actually, at the time, I had a third regular Switch, the one with the neon Joy-Con, and I actually traded that one in to get the OLED. This is just the original. It came with the white Joy-Con, which I still have over here. I just have them attached on this little grip. But as you can see, I've also purchased the pink, that's not pink, that's purple and green pastel Joy-Con because I can't help myself, right? Anything pastel and pretty, I have to get it. So this is just the original OLED. Love this thing. Okay, such an upgrade from the original Switch, especially when I'm going from my day one Switch to this screen, the battery life, everything is so improved. The different kickstand on the back here, it's got like this wider kickstand, just so many improvements. I had to have one when the OLED came out. So this is the day one white OLED is this system right here. Now you would think that I would stop there, but I didn't. I have more. And I can't remember the order of these. I have two more, okay? Two more to show you. I'm just gonna show them at the same time. I have the Zelda Special Edition OLED, which you can see right here. It's just got these circles on the back. I think this was the next one that I got, and it's got the Zelda Joy-Con. Such a pretty special edition. I think my favorite is still the New Horizons one, but this one's so pretty. And I just can't bring myself to get rid of any of them. I know it's absolutely ridiculous to have this many Switches, but I do. So what can I do? And then the next one, my final Switch, is one that my community actually gifted to me, and they just knew how much I wanted it. And this is the OLED, the red edition. Love this one. And then a community member sent me the Kato's version sticker to put on the back, inspired by Taylor Swift, Taylor's version. So I love that customization. I just have a clear case on this one to protect it. That's all my Switches. It's so many. I know, it's ridiculous. Look, I admit it and I understand, but those are all the ones that I have. Now I do have some accessories as well to show you. As I mentioned earlier, I do have some Joy-Con, just some extra ones. I've got these that are the original gray ones that came with my first Switch. They do have Joy-Con drift. I need to send them to Nintendo. They'll fix it for free, I believe. I just haven't done that yet. And then I have these. Then it's like a neon yellow and blue. These are really pretty. I have no idea when I got them. I think I got them because these were broken and I needed another pair. And maybe I got these. No idea. These are the spare Joy-Con that I have. I also have two different Pro controllers. I just have the plain black original one. And then I have the Tears of the Kingdom Special Edition Zelda one. I got this one because I needed a Pro controller. I think I was playing Splatoon at the time, and I got this one. And then when this one came out, I couldn't pass it up. However, I am not great at using controllers anymore. And when I'm playing something more cozy, like if I'm playing Animal Crossing, I like to do split Joy-Con. So I actually just have them separated like this, especially when I'm streaming or something like that. I very much talk with my hands and I just like to have them separated. Also, I am getting older, so having my hands this close together, it starts to make my hands hurt. I think they're getting arthritic. So having split Joy-Con for the elder gamer is great, okay? And that's what I do. So I don't use my Pro controllers that often, but they are great when my son's friends come over and they need some extra controllers. I also wanted to quickly share two different cases that I have. I've got this one that I got off of Amazon. It has the cute little Animal Crossing inspired leaves on it. And then if you look inside, it's just kind of the basic. I feel like all of them have this. They have this place for your games, a little pouch right here, and this is just great to throw one of our Switches in there, throw a couple games. And then I've got this one as well, this cute pink one with the cat on it. This one I was sent from Geekshare quite a while ago, but I like this one as well. And inside, it's kind of a similar vibe. It's got that pouch at the top, a place for your games, and then you put your Switch inside right there. So those are the two different cases I use. I have some other ones, but they're just kind of scattered about around the house, but these are my two main ones. All right, and now what everyone has been waiting for, my games. Now I will say, when I first got my Switch, I really started doing a combination of physical and digital collecting. And I've always loved physical media, collecting my games, you know, in person. I like having the actual cartridge. However, because of the Switch and just the premise of it, the idea of having them all on there on my portable system was nice too. And so I very much have a combination. I'm only going to be sharing with you my physical games today. If you want to see what I have digitally, let me know down in the comments below. And this is all of our games. This is mine and my son's. I'm going to show you both, but let's go ahead and get into it. So surprisingly, I actually have the smaller of the stacks. Those are all my son's. Here are the ones that I have. The first game that I got for the Switch, and a must-have, is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. An amazing, amazing game. I can't even tell you how many hours I spent playing Breath of the Wild. One of my favorites of all time. If I could relive playing this for the first time, I would do it over and over again. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend if you haven't played it. I really just feel like it's such a good introduction to open world games as a whole and the Zelda franchise. If you haven't played any Zelda games, this is where you need to start. All right, controversially, I have Disney Dreamlight Valley Cozy Edition. There's no game in here. This was just a digital code. I already owned the game once or twice. I'm not even sure how many times I owned it. But they released this Cozy Edition and it came with some special companions, an exclusive house skin, all of that stuff. So I grabbed it and I have this case now to show for it. So yay, Disney Dreamlight Valley, there is that. Just get it digitally. You don't need this. Okay, the second must-have game, and the whole reason I have this channel, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I can't even tell you how much I love Animal Crossing. I feel like I don't need to say anything about it. It's just such a good game, so cozy. I love designing. I could spend the rest of my life only playing this game if I had to, and everyone needs to have at least one copy. I've got multiple, but you need to have at least one copy of New Horizons. I feel like we're starting to get into some of the games that I shamefully haven't played that much of, and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is one of those games. I need to play this before the new Zelda game comes out. I haven't done it. I actually did try to play this, but I was too dumb to figure it out. I got stuck. I literally got lost. I couldn't figure out what I was doing. And then my son, my 6-year-old, knew exactly what he was doing the whole time he was playing this. And so I'm going to try it again. I surely can figure this out if my son can. So Link's Awakening, I have it, need to play it. I'm going to do it. Next up, we have the Super Mario 3D All-Stars. This is the bundle of Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy. I think I played this a little bit. Now, obviously, when I was a kid, I grew up playing Super Mario 64. I actually did not have a GameCube, so I did not play Super Mario Sunshine, and I never played Galaxy on the Wii. So, shame on me, fake Mario fan. I have not played two of these, and I mainly purchased this because I think it was a limited time run of this, if I remember correctly. And so I felt like I needed to have it physically. I'll play them all at some point. I'll add it to my backlog. Continuing on with the remasters, we've also got the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I grew up playing Crash Bandicoot, and I have played this some on my Switch. Not enough to justify owning this, probably. Can I really justify much of any of what I have? I don't know. Such a good game. I love Crash Bandicoot. I think this is one that I could actually complete. It's just kind of a silly platformer if you've never played a Crash Bandicoot game. I love it. There seems to be a theme here because next up is Spyro. This is the Reignited trilogy, the 3 Spyro games. I have played all of these in their completion at some time in my life. I have not on the Switch. I think I got pretty far in the first one though. And again, this is just a childhood game, one of my favorites. It's more of like an epic adventure style game where you're playing as a dragon. It's super cute. This is one I'm actually going to try to get my son to play as well. I think he would really like Spyro. Yeah, another favorite of mine. Super Bomberman R. This game is garbage. I can't stand this game. I got this when the Switch first came out. There were only a couple of games on release day. I feel like it was this. There was like Just Dance, Switch 1 and 2. What was that game called? It was like the Switch party game. I didn't get that. 1-2 Switch. I didn't get that. So I got this and I got Zelda because I wanted to have multiple games to play. There were not a lot of games. I know that's hard to believe now because there's so many games for the Switch, but I wanted something else other than Zelda to play. I didn't need anything else. I just needed Zelda. This game is not good. Didn't like it. I used to love Bomberman games, but I don't know what this is. Do not recommend this one. And then we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is a cult favorite. Everyone loves Smash Brothers. I love Smash Brothers when I'm playing with other people, but I have learned I do not like playing by myself. So now that my son's a little bit older, I do think we're going to start playing this together and I can actually get some use out of this game because I have not played it much on the Switch. Another one, I grew up playing Smash and it's a great game, I'm sure, but I haven't put a ton of time into this. And the last physical game that I have in my collection is Pokemon Shield. This one, did I play much of this one? Honestly, all the Pokemon games kind of run together to me. I don't think I played too much of Pokemon Shield. I feel like I played more of Let's Go Eevee is one that I have. And then I played a little bit of Violet, but Pokemon Shield, I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood to play it, I think, when it came out. And I didn't get too far, so just another I'm always guilted into playing Pokemon because it's one of those series, like I grew up playing it. I've played since the original one. I played Pokemon Blue, my brother played Pokemon Red, and then we had Yellow, all the ones. And I want that feeling to come back with Pokemon, and it's just not always there for me. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever give this one another try or not. All right, so now I'm going to be moving into the games that my son has. Obviously, since they're all physical games, it does make sharing these games a lot easier, which is nice, but he does have kind of his own collection, and then I have my own games as well. So that's just how we do it, but we share any of the ones that the other person wants to play. First up, we have Super Mario Odyssey. This is one that I have digitally on my Switch. He loves this game. He is currently trying to 100% it, and he has done so much in this game. He's collected so many moons. He's spent so many hours playing this. And this was the first game that he ever beat. So this is another one that you need to get on the Switch if you don't already have it. It's just a classic. Mario Odyssey is so good. All right, very quickly, he has his own copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons because I always have mine in one of the Switches down here, and I think I have it digitally on one of my Switches as well. So it was just easier for him to have his own. Then he can be playing it while I'm playing it at the same time. We can play together. So again, New Horizons. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is another game that is a must-have on the Switch. I feel like everyone says this whenever they're doing a collection video, and this is one that I have digitally as well. Mario Kart 8, he loves this game. I love this game in moderation, but I think I'm a little bit too competitive for Mario Kart sometimes, but it's a must-have. It's a great party game. So next up we have Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. And this game is actually like Super Smash Brothers, but with Nickelodeon characters. And he loves this one because it has Reptar and SpongeBob and Patrick and Ninja Turtles, and those are just a lot of the characters that he really likes. I think now he is more familiar with the Mario characters and he will have more respect for the Super Smash Brothers. But when he first got this, I don't think he was as familiar. It's cute. It's good. I doubt it's as good as Smash, but it's a good one. Next up, we have Super Mario Brothers Wonder. This is a side-scrolling Mario game, and I think he got it for his birthday or Christmas, something like that. My son has not played this one as much as he has Odyssey, and I have not tried it at all, but I would like to. Then he has Detective Pikachu Returns, and no one has really played this. I think he played it a little bit. The reason I got it was because I read about it, and I think, if I remember correctly, I think it has everything is voice acted, and my son is in the process of learning how to read, but having a few games that are completely voice acted is really nice. I think that this one is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even really know what you do in this game. Crack cases with help from other Pokemon? I don't know. We haven't played it. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is next. This is one that I have digitally, and I have played quite a bit of this one. I don't think I ended up beating it, but this is another one that we both love playing, and I just think it's really cute, all the different things that you can turn into in this game. I'm not typically a Kirby fan, but this is the one that I would recommend if you do want to try one. Then we have Yoshi's Crafted World. This game is just the most adorable game I've ever seen. I haven't played it. I've watched him play it a lot, and you're just like walking around these cute little levels. It is mostly side-scrolling, but you could also move like forward and backward in some of the levels as well. And it's kind of like a puzzling platformer. It's one that I do want to try at some point myself. I think it would be really fun to stream this one actually. So I'd love to play this sometime. Then we have Sonic Forces. I know nothing about this. I think that he's played at least a little bit of it, but I could not tell you a single thing about this. So I'm pretty sure we got it just because it had Sonic on it. Then we have Cars 3 Driven to Win, and this is a racing game, kind of Mario Kart-like, but I would say a little bit more serious than Mario Kart. Like, there's less going on. It's really more focused on the racing itself. He likes this one. He likes unlocking the different cars, and we are, you know, Cars, the movie fans, so this one's cute. Staying on theme with another kart racer, we have Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3 Slime Speedway. Yeah, I don't know if you need this one. I think this one might have been one of those like, hey, you like the characters in this game, let's try it out. And there's just other kart racers that are probably better than this, but I mean, I haven't really played it at all to know that. but it's not one that he reaches for. So next up, he has Paw Patrol Mighty Pups. This is Save Adventure Bay, and I love these games as a parent. Outright Games, who is the publisher of this, I can't say it's 100% of their games, but most of them are completely voice acted. This is one that my son has completely beaten. He loved it. I think there's another Paw Patrol game that he has digitally that he's also beaten from Outright Games, and so good. Highly recommend if you're a parent looking for your kid a game. These Paw Patrol games are really cute and a good introductory game for someone trying to get into gaming. They're really good. Then we have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I am not a fan of these Mario and Sonic Olympic games. They are very confusing, and this one in particular has, I don't know if they're all like this, but it has 3D and 2D options for games. And a lot of the games, it doesn't really explain how to play it. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't love this game, and he reaches for it occasionally, but it's definitely not a favorite. It's kind of just a collection of mini games, like mini sports games. I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong with this one. I'm not sure. Okay, and then we have another copy of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. He got this one as a gift. I already talked about it earlier, but we do have this one. Then we have Minecraft. I'm not sure if this is one of those games that I just bought the case. Or does this have... No, I think this one does have a cartridge. You know how it's confusing how some of them are like just the case? Like that Dreamlight Valley one, they just come with a code. I think this one has a cartridge. I think it does, yeah. Minecraft is very confusing if you've never played it, and I do my best. I typically put him in creative mode and just let him go because there's the other mode, like the adventure mode, and it's very stressful for everybody involved. So that's what we've been doing for now until I can figure out more of what I'm doing with Minecraft. But we love the way everything looks. It all looks very cute, and we have a ton of Minecraft Lego sets. So we love Minecraft here, but I don't know how good we are at the game. And last but not least, we have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And this is one that my son is very adamant about beating as well. I think he's probably about halfway through this one. I think he got distracted by the idea of 100%ing Mario Odyssey, but the Let's Go games are great if you're just getting into Pokemon, or if you have a child who's just getting into Pokemon. This is the one I would recommend. It's like a remake of the original Red and Blue versions. The Pokemon catching itself is a little weird because you do have to use the Joy-Con to do it. It's motion controlled. Don't love that. But I think this is the one. This is a great introductory game into Pokemon if you're looking to get into the series. Okay, so I think that is everything. The Switches themselves, accessories, games. I do have more games digitally. I think I have more digital games than physical, actually. And like I mentioned earlier, if you want to see that, let me know down in the comments below. I can do a video going over all of my digital Switch games. I hope y'all enjoyed this Switch collection video. The Switch is definitely my favorite console of all time, and I just love collecting for it so much. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate if you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.